In this video, we're going to look at proof by induction on derivatives. So this works in the same way as the previous ones, but we're differentiating. So it is given that y equals x e to the ax, and a is a constant. Prove by mathematical induction that for all positive integers n, dny by dx to the n, so that's the nth derivative, is a to the n x plus n a to the n minus 1 e to the x. So it looks like quite a complicated equation we've got there, but we can just approach this in the same way we always do. So we have our base case. So we can say when n equals 1, what have we got? Well, that is just the first derivative. So what is the first derivative? Well, dy by dx, d1y by dx to the 1 is just the derivative of this. So we're just going to use product rule there. So uv, so it's uv dash. So that's going to be x. And then v dash is a e to the ax plus u dash v, which is just 1 times e to the ax. We can factorize out e to the ax, and we're left with ax plus 1 times e to the ax. Now, is that the same as this? Yes, it is, because we've got a to the 1 times x, that's this bit, and we've got 1 times a to the n minus 1, which is 0. So that's just n, which is 1. So we can just say, therefore, true for n equals 1. Okay, so now we have our inductive hypothesis. So we're going to say assume true for n equals k, which means we can say that d to the ky by dx to the k is all of this stuff. Okay, so it's my job now to differentiate this, and I'm hoping that I can show that what I get is the same as this, but k is replaced by k plus 1s. So d k plus 1y by dx to the k plus 1. Here's my u, here's my v dash, so let's go for it. So u v dash, we're just multiplying by a from that, so it's basically there's my v dash, and then u is just the same, then plus u dash v. Differentiating this, it looks like it's going to be hard, but this is just a linear term in x. It's some amount of x plus a constant, so that constant differentiates to 0, and this a to the kx just differentiates to a to the k. So I've just got a to the k, there's my u dash, and then here's v, e to the ax. Okay, in a couple of steps then, let's multiply this out, or just multiply the a into the bracket, and I get a to the k plus 1. The power of a goes up by 1, plus, now the power of a goes up again here, so that's k a to the k e to the ax, plus a to the k e to the ax. Now I can factorize out e to the ax from all of that, leaving me what? Well, e to the k plus 1x, I've just still got one of those. And then what do I have here? Well, I've got k a to the x plus 1a to the k. So k a to the k plus 1a to the k. So how many a to the k's have I got? Well, I've got k plus 1 of them. That's how many a to the k's we have. And all of that times e to the ax. And we're done, because look, we have precisely this, but each k is replaced with a k plus 1. That k is k plus 1, that k is k plus 1, and this k minus 1 is now k. So we're done. So our conclusions: true for n equals 1. If true for n equals k, then true for n equals k plus 1. Therefore, true for all positive integers n by induction. And we're done. Okay, here's another one. Why don't you have a go at this one yourself? So pause the video and give it your best. Okay, we're going to prove that the 2n minus 1th derivative of x sine x is all of this. These always look a bit complicated, but we just work through our process. So base case, n equals 1. So that is that's 2 times 1 minus 1 is 1. So we're just looking for the first derivative of x sine x. So d by dx of x sine x, product rule here, it's uv, so it's uv dash, so x cos x plus u dash v, which is 1 times sine x. Now that's the left-hand side. I could even just say left-hand side equals that. Right-hand side, well, when n equals 1, that's minus 1 to the power of 0, so that's just 1. And we've got, so just 1, times x cos x, that's good, plus 2n minus 1, that's just 1, times sine x. Great. And that's the same as what we had above, so right-hand side equals left-hand side. So, true for n equals 1. Okay, now inductive hypothesis. Assume true for n equals k, which means that we can assume all of that. Okay, so what we're looking for is the n equals k plus 1 derivative, but that's not actually the next derivative, because if I differentiate this once, the number here is not the k that goes up 1, it's the overall number. So it's going to go from 2k minus 1, so it's going to go from 2k minus 1 to 2k, and then to 2k plus 1. That's the one I want, because that is 2k plus 1 minus 1, right? That these two things are the same, and that's the form that I want. I want the k to go up by 1, so I'm going to have to differentiate twice. Differentiating twice causes the k value to go up by 1, so I'm going to have to differentiate this 2 times. So differentiating again, I get d2k over dx to the 2k of x sine x is just the derivative of all of this. Okay, so that's just a constant out the front, so that's going to stay where it is. And now I'm going to differentiate all of this. So it's product rule here, uv, so it's uv dash, so minus x sine x, and then plus u dash v, so that's plus cos x. And then all of this, well, it's just a multiple of sine x. When I differentiate that, I get the same multiple, 2x minus k of cos x. Should we neaten this up? Yes, I think so, just because this can be cleaned up a little bit. So let's just leave that where it is, minus 1 to the k minus 1. So x sine x, and then how many cos x's have I got? Well, I've got one more from this, so bumping that up by 1, I just get 2k cos x. So plus 2k cos x. Okay, now I can just differentiate it again. So this is the one I was really after. That's 2 to the k plus 1 over 2 dx, d to the 2k, d2k plus 1 over dx to the 2k plus 1. And again, I can just leave my constant out here. Differentiate this using this bit using the product rule. So that's uv, so uv dash gets me minus x cos x, and then u dash v is minus 1 times sine x, so minus sine x. Then how many cos x's? No, I just need to, let's just differentiate cos, which is minus sine, so that's minus 2k sine x. Okay, let's neaten this up. So first step, I'll need to come back to this, because obviously I'm hoping for not k minus 1 but k there in the end. So how many cos x's? Well, it's minus x cos x, and then, well, how many sine x's? It's minus 2k minus 1, so that's minus 2k plus 1. That's how many sine x's I've got. Okay, this is almost exactly what I want, because think about what would happen here if I replaced k with k plus 1. I would have 2 times k plus 1, so 2k plus 2 minus 1, that is 2k plus 1, but I don't want negatives here and here. But look, if I replace the k minus 1 with k, which is replacing the k with k plus 1, I effectively multiply through by minus 1. So let's just multiply this by minus 1, giving me k there, then multiply the inside by minus 1, giving me x. cos x plus 2k plus 1 sine x. And that's what we wanted. So we've shown that if it's true for n equals k, then it's true for n equals k plus 1. And so we conclude true for n equals 1, if true for n equals k, then true for n equals k plus 1. So it's true for all positive integers by induction. Okay, so there we go, proof by induction with derivatives. I'll see you in the next video.